Hello and welcome to this week's 5 things we learned from the weekend's football. As you can see, I'm doing this week's video from my new flat, which is as empty as a Man City home game. But nonetheless, let's crack on. Last week, we learned that Zlatan was like Janice in accounting, and this week we learned that Arsene Wenger is also like Janice in accounting. Why? Because
Janice in accounting don't give a
she really doesn't, and neither does Arsene. Dropping your best player before a game at Liverpool, a team who were 1 point below you in the table at the time, is major trolling of your own team and fans.
Bruh.
I get the impression that Wenger is out at the end of the season and right now just doesn't care. He's like, oh, enough's enough. Wenger out. Fine, I'll just drop Sanchez. Is that enough now? Apparently Sanchez and Wenger had a bust up this week and that's why he was dropped. Reportedly, his teammates are also saying he's too selfish. But let's be honest, he's the only Arsenal player doing anything this season. When you're that good, you can be selfish. Meanwhile, teammate Per Mertesacker was asked whether the players are behind Arsene Wenger. This was his response.
Is everyone behind him and do they want him to be the manager of this football club next season?
Look, I think honestly...
And this was his response to being asked whether Ozil delivers in big games.
I think...
This was his response to being asked whether Sanchez ever passes.
I think...
And this was his response to being asked whether Arsenal fans will ever be happy.
I think...
The second thing we learned is that Zlatan Ibrahimovic has a magic elbow. An elbow that just attracts opposition players' faces, like Tyrone Mings. And doing his best Donald Trump impression after the game, Zlatan claimed that Mings headbutted his elbow. And ironically, he was also seen headbutting Mings' foot. Clearly, he's been getting elbow tips from teammate Marouane Fellaini, who, by the way, I've worked out the best song possible for. And we also learned that Wayne Rooney has got eyes on the back of his head. Because of the incident, he said, the referee didn't see Tyrone Mings try to stamp on Zlatan's head, but I was there. It's wrong. In football, that's wrong. Really, Wayne? Because if that's the case, then you've probably got eyes on the back of your head because you were literally facing the wrong way when it happened. And if we have just discovered that you do have eyes on the back of your head, maybe you should have been playing better the last 3 or 4 years, because that certainly would have helped. And now, it's time for another episode of...
celebration.
Yes, this week it's Tottenham stars Dele Alli and Harry Kane who did this complicated handshake after one of Kane's goals at the weekend against Everton. It's so complicated, I'm worried they may have both joined the Stonecutters. Anyway, back to Celebration Police Court. What do we reckon? Send them down for a little bit. We also learned that Palace got their second win on the bounce, the first since December, as the Sam Allardyce effect finally appears to be taking hold. But the best thing about the 2-0 win at the Hawthorns was this chant by the Palace fans towards former boss Tony Kroos after it came out this week that he is refusing to pay any of the £3.7 million he owes the Eagles, deceitfully earned early as a bonus and in court fees. I mean, I'm taking ages to pay my mate Andy back that tenner I owe him, but this is really taking the piss. Also, I think I'm in love with Mamadou Sakho.
Why do birds suddenly appear?
The big man has been in brilliant form since arriving on loan from Liverpool and will literally tackle anyone. Anyone. And finally, we learned that Toni Kroos hates music. When asked during a Twitter Q&A this week who he's listening to at the moment, the Real Madrid star said Ollie Murs, Robbie Williams, Ed Sheeran and James Blunt.
You're beautiful.
He should be released by Real Madrid immediately. Right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment below with what you learned from the weekend's football. Drop a like on the video as well if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm off to go and stare lovingly at photos of Mamadou Sakho.
You're beautiful, it's true. I saw your face.